Fans, welcome to the feature attraction on tonight's program. Promoter Tony Mundine, in conjunction with Fox Sports, proudly presents a boxing bonanza, an extravaganza. 12 3-minute rounds for the IBF Pan-Pacific Super Middleweight Championship title. Introducing first, on my left, boxing out of the red corner, scaling 75.10 kilograms, a former decorated kickboxing champion. As a professional, he has boxed on 18 occasions for 12 victories. Amongst those victories, he has been crowned the National Cruiserweight, National Super Middleweight and Australian Commonwealth Middleweight Boxing Champion. A confident and multi-talented fighter with world experience, hailing from Melbourne, Victoria, King Sam Soliman. His opponent to occupy the blue corner, scaling 76.10 kilograms. He is the son of a former Australian and Commonwealth boxing champion. Since making the transaction from Rugby League, where he played for both the Brisbane Broncos and the St George Dragons, he stands beside an unblemished professional record. 8 professional bouts, 8 victories, 7 of those wins have been by knockout. On just his 5th professional bout, he overpowered Mark Bagheero at the Northern Power Stadium in Gosford to claim his first national title, the Australian Super Middleweight Championship title. A flamboyant and extraordinary talented fighter with aspirations of winning a world title, hailing from Redburn, Sydney, Anthony Mundine. To sing Advance Australia Fair, R2 Kefu, please be upstanding for the greatest.
Okay, fellas, I gave you instructions in the dressing room. Remember what I said, keep your heads out of it, keep your punches up. When I say break, that's exactly what I want. Step back and don't punch, understand? Shake hands, good luck to both of you. Protect yourselves at all times.
Final instructions from referee Johnny Wright. This extraordinary sporting career of Anthony Mundine in terms of boxing. Well, it all goes on the line here. Sam Soliman, former 3-time Australian champion, former Commonwealth champion. He's seen the big names that Mundine hopes to tackle. And King Sam Soliman, he likes his chances, and Anthony Mundine faces his toughest test. Scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds, we are underway. And Anthony Mundine in the black trunks with the white piping against Sam Soliman in the red.
This will be a chess match, this fight, I reckon. Yeah, there won't be any brawling, that's for sure. I mean, they might get in heated exchanges, but there's going to be a lot of pure, unadulterated skill before we see the end of this fight, that's for sure.
Already we're seeing what an awkward customer Sam Soliman is. He'll be crouching. He'll be slipping punches. He can switch hit. Likes his hands and arms going in all different directions, and Mundine's showing him a lot of respect, as you would expect.
Sam's putting on a bit of a show. I tell you what, physically he looks in absolutely superb condition, Sam Soliman. Yeah, it looks like he's going into some great shape, that's for sure.
Certainly Mundine looks in pretty good condition as well.
Oh, it always does. That's the always thing. Anthony always comes to the ring.
Right hand from Mundine there. Sam Soliman will carry his hands dangerously low throughout the fight. And if Mundine connects with the same right hand that dismissed Timo Masua, well, Sam Soliman will be stopped for the first time in his career.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, that was just a classic shot that KO'd Timo Masua. We're going to see a lot of fireworks before we see that sort of thing happen, that's for sure. Oh, fast, lightning fast left hand by Mundine there. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very awkward fight. Very, very hard fight for both boys.
Stop!
And a tangle of arms. The tail of the tape had Mundine listed as some 6 centimetres taller than Soliman. When they went toe-to-toe, there wasn't that much in it. In fact, if there was anything in it. Mundine came in just a little heavier than Sam Soliman. Soliman, not a big hitter.
Stop!
And Johnny Wright is going to speak to both men, I would expect here.
Come on, keep your head up.
Guilty of indiscretions. Good refereeing from Johnny Wright. Mundine now with his hands down low, teasing Sam Soliman. Soliman on the retreat. Mundine was after him but couldn't find the target with any great authority.
Well, I don't know if you could call it, but it's somewhat of a feeling out round this opening round. But I mean, both boys still doing plenty of work. Very few scoring punches at the moment. Both boys amazingly adept at making punches miss. They're very evasive, both boys, that's for sure, Barry.
Enterprising start to the fight, end of round number 1, and not a lot of difference between Anthony Mundine and Sam Soliman. A difficult one for our judges to score. I can't split them.
Yeah, I'm going to call it 10-10. I tell you, if I went anyway, if I was forced to go anywhere, I would give it to Mundine on a jab or two. But I will call it 10-10.
That sets the tone. Here's some of the better action from the opening round. And a bit of a jig there from Sam Soliman.
There was a jab.
To his credit, Anthony Mundine continues to throw punches at Sam Soliman. A lot of fighters get to see him for the first time and a little flummox. They don't know what to do. Mundine has decided that he's going to keep throwing punches.
Yep. Well, look, he did have a bit of success there a couple of times. Like when he got him back against the ropes, he landed a few uppercuts. Well, the best way to, close the gap is to keep throwing shots. If, you can move and you can duck and you can dodge for so long, but if the punches keep coming, sooner or later they will land.
PABA super middleweight belt on the line and a world top 15 ranking. Anthony Mundine, black trunks, white piping. Sam Soliman in the red. Opening round 10-10 according to the former world champion Barry Michael at ringside. I saw it likewise.
Yeah, nothing in it.
Again, a few tricks coming from Sam Soliman, but he hasn't phased Mundine yet. I doubt whether he will.
Yeah, Mundine, looking very, very composed. Still hasn't yet worked out how to handle Sam Soliman. Not too many people do, Barry. No, fair enough too.
And Mundine trying to bring, Soliman trying to bring Mundine onto his punch.
Still, both boys still trying to find their own, just trying to work each other's styles out. Nice little right hand there from Mundine. Nice jab. A couple of scoring punches.
We saw Mundine dispatch Kevin Pompey with a third-round stoppage back in July, his most recent appearance, and his father Tony told you, Barry, he'd improve at least 20% on that fight.
It's a big statement, but I was talking to Tony prior to the fight. Tony and I go back a long, long time, and he tells me that, he said, look, Anthony, he said he's improving all the time in the gym, which I'd have to agree. Every fight I've seen him have, he's improved a great deal, but he said this time he reckons he's improved 20%, which is, a huge amount, but we're still yet to see it.
Break. Don't punch.
He's certainly having his hands full with slippery Sam Soliman at the moment.
Again, with 50 seconds remaining in round 2, it's a difficult stanza to score.
Yeah, I think Mundine's winning this round. Yeah, Mundine's winning this round. He has. He's landed a few scoring punches this round.
Now Sam Soliman opens up and just backs up Mundine momentarily.
Yeah, Mundine had a smile on his face. Yeah, the left hook he tried, then Sam was short. Yeah, real chess match this one.
Stop. shit everywhere in here.
Final 10 seconds, round number 2. Scheduled for 12. Soliman hasn't been able to connect with any authority as yet. Mundine draws him in, and then lightning hand speed to finish round number 2 in style.
Yep, definitely a Mundine round. Still both boys having a lot of trouble tagging each other cleanly, but definitely a Mundine round. Yeah, and I think that might be the case throughout this whole fight, Barry, because both boys very, very slippery. And Sam Soliman very, very awkward.
Let's have a look at some of the better action from round 2. There was Mundine just trying to draw Sam Soliman in.
Yeah, very good effort, missed with both those shots, but Anthony Mundine's got the right idea.
Well, what we anticipated so far was going to be an awkward fight. We expected we're going to see 12 rounds here.
He's a baby. He's an amateur. He's an amateur. Yeah? He's an amateur.
Big statement there in Sam Soliman's corner. Yeah, I mean, you get plenty of champions coming out of the corner.
Round number 3 underway. Sam Soliman in the red trunks and Anthony Mundine in the black. Mundine taking a slender lead here after 2 rounds, according to Barry Michael. Troy Waters saw it likewise.
He's just doing a little bit more work.
Soliman gets a little busier. Looking for the body shot. Mundine very watchful.
Fast jab there. Yeah, lightning quick jab.
Perpetual motion from Sam Soliman, always just waving his arms around, circling them. Mundine hasn't been flustered at all, though.
Yeah, just trying to put Mundine off. That's as he does with all his opponents. Waves those arms about, gives them these little jigs, moves to the left, moves to the right, doesn't let his opponents know what's coming next.
To his credit, Anthony Mundine does look very composed.
He's sticking to the game plan at the lightning fast left jab, which is more or less what I said before the fight, which is what I thought would be his best weapon against a very, very evasive fighter in Sam Soliman.
Troy Waters told us pre-fight that Mark Bajero, former Australian champion who has been in against both these men, claimed that Sam Soliman hits harder than Anthony Mundine. Now, Mundine has 7 KOs from 8 wins, and Sam Soliman has only won 4 fights by knockout of his 12 victories. But according to a man who has tasted the power of both men, Soliman is a heavier hitter.
Yeah, well, what he said to me was, he said that Anthony Mundine very, very quick and just overwhelms you with the, with the amount of blows that he does throw. But Sam Soliman hit him with one shot in particular that really, really had him in trouble.
Sam Soliman fought Mark Bajero back in April '98 when Bajero was the Australian champion, and Soliman beat him over 8 rounds. And of course, Anthony Mundine, well, he stopped Bajero in the 6th round at Gosford in February this year to claim the Australian title. Is Mundine going to work now? Thought he had Soliman. That wasn't quite the case, according to King Sam.
Yeah, Soliman missed with a couple of wild shots. Mundine came in and scored with some nice counters.
Certainly Anthony Mundine is making Sam Soliman work here.
Yeah, well, both boys looking very, very watchful. 20 seconds to go in round 3. Once again, Barry, another very, very close round. Yeah, I think I've got to give it to Mundine again. Soliman's thrown more punches this round, but he just hasn't hit him.
End of round number 3 with a flurry. Anthony Mundine heads back to the blue corner.
Pretty hard round to score, really. Not a great deal in it, but I think Anthony Mundine just about pinched it.
I want you to do water ball, a bit more work, more pressure, Right? I know he's open, but you got to leave the left hand. You got to leave the left hand. You got to do it good. One target. All right? No, target. Well, you know you can do it. You know you can do it. I'm going to walk around and be making moves for where am I? You can do it, mate. See how the dumbbells go. Come on.
jab.
Here's some of the better action from round number 3. Anthony Mundine is working hard, so is Sam Soliman. Remembering Mundine has never been beyond 9 rounds. Soliman knows all about 12-round fights. And we get underway round number 4. Sam Soliman, triple Australian champion in the red trunks, trails by 2 points, according to Barry Michael at ringside, against Anthony Mundine.
Yeah, Tony Mundine, Anthony's dad said, come on, Matt, Anthony, we need to step up the pace, a little bit more work.
Now Anthony Mundine talking to Soliman as well, waving him on, saying, come on. Soliman obliges.
Sam's throwing a lot of shots that aren't landing at all.
Yeah,
Got to take it out of you.
A lot of those shots are missing and taken on the gloves and elbows of Anthony Mundine.
Mundine shakes his head at Soliman and says that's not enough. We saw Mundine start talking to Mike McCarter in Sydney back in June, and the fight didn't go much longer after he started talking to McCarter. Mundine finished him with a knockout in round number 5.
That beautiful rapier left hand of Anthony Mundine doing the work, building up those points.
Now Soliman trying to work with the body, but good defensive skills from Anthony Mundine.
Excellent defensive skills so far from Anthony Mundine.
We thought that Sam Soliman would be able to catch him as Mundine does connect with the right hand, but so far Sam Soliman's finding Mundine a more difficult target to hit than vice versa.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I did say before the fight that Mundine would get hit more in this fight than all of his others, but he's been making Soliman miss pretty badly at the moment.
Not a lot of style involved with Sam Soliman. Not always pretty, but it's been effective. Just look at his record.
Just about to say that. Not always pretty, but very, very effective.
Anthony Mundine not doing enough this round, though.
Just into his shell a little bit. Fans trying to get behind him and look for tempo here in round 4.
Oh, nice right hand there.
He just flipped off the side of his head.
It off the shoulder. I tell you what,
And interestingly, as we hear the fans getting involved in the background, when Mundine first fought here in Wollongong, he was booed to centre ring. Those that were here tell me that 75% of the crowd were here to see him lose, but he won them over. And when he arrived tonight, they were mostly for Anthony Mundine.
Undoubtedly, and rightly so, they should be behind him too, because he's a great athlete and he's a great example for our young people, I think, in this country.
Yeah, I think in the past the people have sort of got Anthony Mundine wrong. You know, his self-confidence has been portrayed as a little bit of arrogance, but you know, the guy's not arrogant. He's just a very confident guy, and you know, he believes in what he does believe in, and he lets people know it.
Concluding stages, round number 4. We haven't seen a lot of artillery from Anthony Mundine in this stanza. Sam Soliman looking to open up. Now Mundine's after him right at the bell at the end of round number 4.
I've got to give that round to Sam Soliman. He just did a lot more work. He wasn't really effective with it. There wasn't much effective work from either opponent, but Sam just forced the round, forced the fight.
Yeah, certainly a shortage of initiative coming from Anthony Mundine in round number 4. Sam Soliman continued his work rate at that same level. He only knows one pace.
Up again. Relax, one more, up again. Right, relax. Landing more and more punches, he's missing more and more. Yeah? Keep feinting. Move. When you're standing in front of him, you must move the shoulders. Yeah? Remember, when you throw your right hand, step on and try again. One ain't good enough. He's there, look. He's like a puppet on a string, he's there. Step on him, hit him again. All right?
Well, confidence certainly growing in the red corner of Sam Soliman. Here is some of the better action from round number 4 right on top of our commentary position. And Anthony Mundine just into his shell a little bit in that 4th round. We'll need to step it up a gear here as we get underway round number 5 from the Wollongong Entertainment Centre. Anthony Mundine's undefeated professional record on the line here against Sam Soliman, who Barry Michael scored winning round number 4, although Mundine does lead 39-38 unofficially.
Yeah, Sam Soliman's corner, they gave him some good advice in that last break.
They did.
They said when you throw that right hand, double it up, because Anthony Mundine's got his head up high.
He sways back from him, yeah. Generally, he sways back. And get caught with the second one.
Good right hand from Mundine, grabbed the attention of Sam Soliman, and Soliman on the retreat now. Good moment here for Anthony Mundine, maybe his best in the fight. Soliman, though, all action. What makes him so difficult, he just keeps manoeuvring himself around the ring.
Watch your heads in, guys. Come on.
He has a nice right hand from Anthony Mundine. But once again, Sam Soliman came back, used those awkward moves, slipped, sliding, and got out of trouble.
Well, Anthony Mundine is showing a dangerous lack of respect for the power of Sam Soliman.
You know what? I was thinking the same thing myself, John, that he could get lulled into a false sense of security, Anthony Mundine, and get tagged with one of them big rights later in the fight. Maybe not yet, but you've got to be cautious.
Well, that's right, Barry. I mean, doesn't matter how light or how light you think your opponent punches, it only does take one shot and the lights could be out.
Mate, you have a look at Sam Soliman, mate, the physique on him. Don't tell me he can't punch.
Well, his last stoppage victory came in June last year when he took the Commonwealth title from Neville Brown in London. He took the fight on short notice. The English experts were predicting Brown would win inside 2 rounds.
Okay.
And it was Sam Soliman who triumphed in the 9th.
Yeah, well, there we are.
That's why I say don't underestimate the power of Sam Soliman.
See, what you've got to remember too, you know, Sam's been in the trenches time and time again. It really is somewhere Anthony hasn't been yet. He's in the trenches when the going gets really tough. I think he'll come through with flying colours. I do. I've always been a great rap for him, but this is a tough test.
Well, these are the sort of fights Anthony Mundine needs to improve himself.
Undoubtedly.
James Soliman just swaying away from the jab of Anthony Mundine. Now after him and unloading. Good defensive blocking skills again from Anthony Mundine. But Sam Soliman certainly making Anthony Mundine work a lot harder than he has in the past.
Beautiful defensive work from Sam Soliman. The way he used his shoulders.
Well, good defensive work from Anthony Mundine as well, Barry.
Seriously, you know, as good a world-class talent as you could see. I mean, absolutely brilliant. Good little short hook there from Sam Soliman. Sam Soliman working very hard up close.
Yeah, not a lot of effective punches being landed, though.
Playing a shot there from Mundine. Oh, he tried that overhand right. He will land with that sooner or later, don't worry.
End of round number 5.
Man, that's close. I don't know. I'm going to give it to Anthony Mundine, but look, that could go either way again. Depends how you're looking at this fight. They're tough to score.
Yeah, in that round, both boys had moments. They both had their moments, and as you say, Barry, it could have gone either way.
And what we're seeing already in the first 5 rounds here of what a disappointment it is that Sam Soliman's campaigning overseas. He should be fighting here in Australia, because the fans here, you just get the sense that this is really lifting the profile of boxing in terms of the style and the skill we're seeing from these 2 Australian boxers.
Exactly. As I've said, John, you know, I think Anthony Mundine's a great example to our youth, but then again, so is Sam Soliman. I've known Sam for years and years and years, and he's an absolute gentleman inside and out the ring. You know, the full 110% professional we've got here in the red corner.
Well, round number 6 about to begin. Sam Soliman climbs out of the red corner to meet Anthony Mundine at centre ring. Soliman in the red trunks. Mundine took the last round to lead by 2 points according to Barry Michael at ringside. Anthem sharing the round. Very tight so far.
Well, once again, every round has been close. I mean, you cannot argue with them going one way or the other.
Mundine a little more active here at the start of this round than he has been in the previous 2 stanzas.
Yeah, Soliman's turned southpaw.
So that southpaw stance, Sam Soliman.
Expect Anthony Mundine to throw that right hand down the middle while he's in the southpaw stance there.
And again, the spoiling tactics, the unorthodox tactics of Sam Soliman, racing at Anthony Mundine, now back into the southpaw stance. Mundine tried the straight right, glancing blow.
Soliman threw a big overhand left back.
Yeah, both boys swapping punches in centre ring. Not too much landing, but the shots are coming. And it's only a matter of time, Barry and John, before one of those shots do land from either guy.
From either fighter. I mean, especially as we get into the later stages of the fight.
Yeah, once fatigue starts to set in, they start to slow down, the reflexes slow.
Nice jab. See, you know, these sort of fights, these sort of rounds, a couple of scoring punches like that win the round for you.
To his credit, Sam Soliman continues to work hard, stalking Mundine, chasing him across the ring, trying to pin him on the ropes and go to work in close. Mundine caught him coming in on that occasion.
Good uppercut. You know, Sam is trying to fight the right fight for sure. Put the pressure on him. And he's body punching a lot too. He's trying to go to Anthony's body.
Yeah, slow him down.
Mundine prepared to lie on the ropes at the moment and take some punishment. Shakes his head in disapproval of Solomon's power.
Yeah, no, I don't think he scored with a single punch there. Oh, nice little right hand from Mundine.
Just a touch of class from Anthony Mundine. Sam Soliman, to his credit, though, continues to burrow in.
Yeah, keeps working hard. Both boys starting to pick their pace up in this round. Last 30 seconds of this round, both boys have really stepped their work rate up.
Nice jab. The jab's the winner.
Anthony just starting to steal this round.
Yeah, the jab's the winner for him, I think. I really do.
Just starting to pick Sam Soliman off.
Seconds left in round 6.
It's all been Anthony Mundine's round this one, that's
yeah,
for sure.
Yep. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Hey, good hand speed from Anthony Mundine. Soliman lands a right hand of his own, though. The referee, Johnny Wright, stepping between the two just as it was getting exciting. Ended round number 6. Well, you look at Anthony Mundine in certain situations and you think, how can a man who's in just his 9th professional fight have so much experience, just ring smarts that comes with years of fighting? Then you look in the corner and see his father there, and then you know where he gets it from.
Exactly. You know, you don't have to say any more. Anthony Mundine was probably born with a boxing glove in his hand, I tell you.
I tell you, I was training at Ern McQuillan's gym some years ago, many years ago, and I saw Anthony Mundine and Soliman having a spar, like when they're only little kids, like 4 or 5-year-olds. So, I mean, this guy, Anthony Mundine, he's had boxing gloves on long before he had football shoes, that's for sure.
Yep, not a bad pedigree with a father like Tony Mundine in the corner. He was one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen. One of the most exciting fighters I've ever seen.
I've got to echo that comment, because the guy had everything. He had speed, he had power, he had all the skills, he had everything.
Yep.
Halfway through the PABA Super Middleweight bout, our feature attraction, Anthony Mundine in the black trunks, Sam Soliman in the red. At the halfway stage of the fight, Barry Michael, the former world champion, has Anthony Mundine leading by 3 points. I have him ahead by just 1 at this stage. It's starting to look the goods.
Sam Soliman trying to do the right thing, go to the body.
Yeah, that's what you've got to do with Anthony Mundine. You can't go for that head, he's just too evasive. Work those shots to the body and then bring your shots up.
And the awkward, bustling style of Soliman as he cuts off the ring for Mundine, stepping into the southpaw again just momentarily.
He's trying everything in the book and some of the things they haven't put in the book, I tell you.
Writing a few chapters of his own here as Sam Soliman again wails away, but largely without effect. Mundine growing in confidence now. Feels he has this under control.
Good chopping right there from Soliman.
Mundine's going to show us some tricks.
Yeah, both boys starting to just lift that work rate once again. Anthony Mundine starting to show that a little bit of flair that he has.
Throwing punches from all angles himself at the moment, giving Sam Soliman some of his own medicine. He's holding on to the left arm there of Sam Soliman in the clinches as well. Soliman can manage a smile.
Yeah, Anthony Mundine had hold of his left hand, wasn't allowing him to work.
Again, he's got hold of it. And Johnny Wright not alerted to it as yet. Some strapping coming loose on Soliman's left glove as well. But again, Mundine largely defensive here in round 7, just doing what he has to. Final 60 seconds. Soliman into the southpaw, got caught with a straight right. Scoring punches with the uppercut. Again, Mundine has hold of the left hand. You know, Soliman wasn't helping his own cause there. And again, the defensive skills of Anthony Mundine as he takes the left hand on the gloves.
He's showing good defence. Both boys showing good defence.
Now Johnny Wright just speaking with Anthony Mundine as well. When they get into the clinches, Mundine holding on, Soliman trying to work a little harder. Trying to build a tally, but Mundine lampooning him now.
Yeah, Sam Soliman working a lot harder this round.
Yeah, I've got to give Sam Soliman this round so far, just on work rate, Troy.
Most definitely. I mean, not a lot of clean scoring shots.
That was better by Mundine. Oh.
Yeah, two right hands. I don't believe one in that round though, Barry.
No, we'll leave that for Sam, but I'll tell you what, wasn't a lot in it.
Wasn't a lot in it, really. I mean, could have gone either way once again because of those last two right hands.
That flurry, yeah. But Sam worked pretty steadily through most of that round, and Anthony had a bit of a rest there, I thought.
Well, he took a break in round 4. We gave that round to Sam Soliman. And again there in round number 7. Again, Mundine just taking his time. And as you can see, he's been made to work fairly hard. He's blowing at the moment. Here's some of the better action from round number 7. And to his credit, Sam Soliman kept on serving it up to Mundine.
Nice short chopping punches in close from Sam
Good
Soliman.
uppercut there, yeah.
Nice uppercuts. Not hard shots, but they're scoring points.
Good left right there. Mundine had a good right hand.
There's that double right hand from Anthony Mundine.
Round number 8.
Well, round 8 gets underway. Remembering Mundine has never been beyond round 9. He's in the black trunks. Sam Soliman wins for round 7, according to Barry Michael, to close the gap to within 2.
Well, I really don't think conditioning is going to play a part in this fight. I mean, both boys extremely fit. Both well-conditioned athletes.
Again, Sam Soliman bullocking his way in, and Mundine didn't appreciate it. Let go with the right hand. He's looking a little angry. Anthony Mundine now.
The worst thing he could do is to get frustrated, and I'll tell you what, it's pretty hard not to do against the Sam Soliman.
Left hand from Mundine. And again, Soliman trying to bullock him, but Mundine picks him off again with a good hand speed.
Yeah, both boys landed a jab in that exchange. Sam throwing a lot more shots, but they're not landing.
They're not landing. They dead set aren't landing. Oh,
yeah, nice 1-2 combination from Anthony.
Scoring punches, certainly not the authority that we've seen him hit others with in his early bouts.
Because Sam knows how to ride them and deflect them and take the sting out of them.
Soliman again working the way to the body. Mundine waiting for an opportunity here.
Yeah, maybe waiting too long.
Anthony keeping his glove down there. He's talking to Sam on the ropes.
Well, Sam Soliman will take something from that if he's got Anthony talking. I think he's starting to get where he wants to, and that's a frustrate Anthony Mundine. Again, Mundine waves him on. 60 seconds remaining, round number 8. Mundine getting busy here against Sam Soliman, looking for an opening.
Sure is.
Yeah, both Anthony Mundine starting to fire up in this the last minute of this round.
Again, Sam Soliman tracks him across the ring, has him on the ropes, working away to the body. Certainly Mundine has been a lot more selective with his punches here in round number 8. And certainly Sam Soliman has worked a lot harder than Mundine in terms of punches thrown and missed. And there's an example of it.
Well, definitely, but missed punches don't score points.
They don't, but, oh, nice right hand from Mundine.
Got him with an uppercut as well.
Yeah, short uppercut in close.
The better punches this round have come from Anthony Mundine, but Soliman's thrown a heap more.
Yeah, so you've just got to think, what are the judges looking at? The quality of the punch or the amount of punches thrown?
Well, I reckon it's a close one to Mundine. Hard to score.
8 rounds completed. 2/3 of the way through this battle for the PABE Super Middleweight title.
I sort of get the feeling that maybe Anthony's pacing himself considerably too.
Yeah, we've got 4 rounds left, Sam. Right? We've got 4 rounds left, yeah? 4 rounds to go. You're listening to me. Don't worry about over here, right? 4 rounds left. You've got to win the 4 rounds and you've got to win the 4 rounds big. We're in front, but it ain't safe. Yeah? You know that, don't you? Yeah? You know that. Heads, double right hands, keep banging the body.
Here's some of the highlights from round number 8. Interesting to hear Sam Soliman's corner believing that they're in front at the moment.
Well, I think that's good corner work. They're just trying to G their man up, you know, not giving him any negative thoughts. The last thing you want him to do, they're telling him, look, we're in front, but we've got to win these last 4 rounds, so make sure of it.
Round 9 underway. Anthony Mundine, black trunks, white trim. Sam Soliman in the red. Mundine by 3, according to Barry Michael. I have him ahead by 1. But certainly the more accurate and effective punching is coming from Anthony Mundine. The quantity of punches is coming from Sam Soliman, but not the quality.
I think they're quality, but they're just not landing, not hitting the target because Anthony Mundine's not there for him to hit, which is a credit to Anthony Mundine so far.
Well, it's a credit to his evasive abilities.
For sure.
Soliman serving it up to Mundine, unable to make a real impact.
Yeah, Anthony, every time Sam Soliman lands a good shot, says, come on, bring some more.
On the retreat again, Anthony Mundine, sliding along the ropes. Sam Soliman cuts off the ring, now digs for the body.
Yeah, working hard with the body, as his corner was saying, work that body. Fighting to a plan, Sam Soliman.
Given his edge and experience, you would think that the last 3 rounds are going to be Sam Soliman's best. Mundine never beyond 9.
Well, I tell you, they're going to have to be Anthony Mundine's best, I reckon, because Sam Soliman's certainly going to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, most definitely. And so far this round, Barry, I believe that Sam Soliman's taking the points.
Yeah, he's doing a lot more.
Well, again, Mundine just a little into his shell here, trying to pick Sam Soliman off as he comes in. Again, holding on to the left arm of Sam Soliman. Johnny Wright again on the, now telling both men with a warning. Good refereeing again. Final 60 seconds, round number 9. Left hand from Soliman grabbed the attention of Mundine. Arguably Soliman's biggest punch of the fight. Now Mundine's after him, caught him with an uppercut.
Oh, beautiful shots from Mundine.
Soliman looking a little shaky, waving Mundine on here in round number 9.
Good shots from Anthony Mundine.
Yeah, there's 2 good shots in that flurry.
Sam Soliman firing back with both hands here.
Mundine looking to smother him.
Yeah, look, Sam Soliman not throwing hard shots, but he's building points. He's keeping his work rate up.
Yeah, but, you know, so many of them aren't landing, Troy.
Well, that's
the thing,
true.
You know, I mean, you've got to give a round to someone who's doing some work, though, I suppose. I mean,
well, that's right.
That was good. That was good from Sam.
Anthony hasn't done a great deal of work himself this round, but he has scored the more effective punches. But, once again, Sam Soliman's showing more shots.
Very willing contest here. Concluding stages of round number 9 between Anthony Mundine and Sam Soliman.
Hard round to score, but I'm inclined to go Mundine's way again, just marginally. My co-commentator John Casey disagrees with me.
Well, again, it was very tight, Barry. It's easy to go one way. I had them sharing the round. I just thought that Soliman, if we had CompuStats here in terms of punches thrown and landed, he's certainly throwing a lot more. Accuracy is with Mundine, but I just wonder if he did enough in that round to impress the judges, to unequivocally score the bout for him, that round 10-9.
That good punch there, that little flurry there was just about what convinced me to give him the round, I think. But again, there was only a couple of good clean scoring punches there. Look,
yeah, and Sam
these rounds I'm giving to Anthony Mundine, they could go either way. They really could. Don't want to sound like a fence sitter, but this is a tough one to call.
Yeah, look, a Sam Soliman fight's always a very, very hard fight to call. I mean, I've just spotted sitting at ringside American matchmaker Don Majeski, who's flown out from the States to see Anthony Mundine, believing that he has got the ability to go onto a world title shot.
Well, uncharted territory here for Anthony Mundine. He's never been to round 10 before. And Sam Soliman in the red trunks, well, he's been at this pace right from the outset and doing his best to cause a shock upset here.
Well, I really think that Anthony Mundine's going to have to lift his pace a bit from here to convince the judges, because if we have more of this in the next 3 rounds, I mean, you know, the work rate's got to give it to go towards Sam, that's for sure.
As you were saying earlier, Barry, Soliman has got the work rate, but a lot of his shots are being taken on the gloves and elbows and being slipped by Anthony Mundine.
Certainly taking a risk, though, in leaving it in the judge's hands when a lot of the time he has been in that passive mode, Anthony Mundine. It's a staccato fight, really, for him, where he's worked in bursts. And again, holding onto the left arm, and again being spoken to by John Wright, and close to losing a point, I would suspect.
Yeah, well, that's the last thing Anthony Mundine needs at this point.
He needs some good flurries at this point.
Yeah, he needs just to really sort of stamp his mark on this fight now with Anthony Mundine.
Sam Soliman again chasing him and backing him up onto the ropes. His ring craft has been excellent, Sam Soliman.
He's scoring with a nice left hand in the corner, a nice straight left hand. Yeah, well, coming into the last, stage of this fight, in the last 3 rounds.
Anthony Mundine needs to be doing more. He
Well,
really does.
being a 12-round fight, Barry, the last 3 rounds, they're the championship rounds.
Yeah. Punch for punch at the moment there, like scoring punches.
Soliman breathing heavily, as you might expect. He's worked particularly hard. He's taken this fight right up to Anthony Mundine. He's been the aggressor. He's worked harder. He's chased Mundine around the ring. He's been hit with some clean shots, perhaps the cleanest shots coming from Mundine. But the hardest worker out there is the man in the red trunks.
Yes, skills in nice right hand.
30 seconds left in round 10. Uncharted territory for Anthony Mundine.
Once again, Barry, this round is up for grabs.
Oh, look, I don't want to score it, Troy. I'll let you have a go at this one.
Well, I've got it a draw so far, so whoever finishes this round, the better.
No, he's throwing him off the hold. Fair enough, too.
Wins this round for my money. Whoever finishes, the better.
May come down to the final flurry here, if in fact we do see one. It's a very tight round 10, and that's going to be all. And it's very difficult to score that round to the advantage of Anthony Mundine.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the judges could easily give that Sam Soliman's way too. You know, because of his work rate. I mean, he's not scoring punches. This is the difficulty in this fight. So many of the shots that Sam's throwing are not scoring.
I'll do that again. I'll do that again. If that comes and lose, I'll do that again. I'll do that again.
Referee, you do your job, don't worry about the crowd.
Thanks,
It's
sir.
good. Breathe out, breathe it out, breathe it out. Good man, good man.
Keep going,
Right, keep freshening up. When you go through the gears now, Sam, he's got nothing left.
I know.
He ain't even got 10 seconds each round now. Right, you listening to me?
Yep.
He hasn't even got 10 seconds each round.
With no carelessness,
So now you go
Sam.
through the gears, hands up, don't get caught with the right. It's all he's got is the right hand. He's hit you with about 8 right hands in 9 rounds. Yeah, that's all. That's all.
Well, the red corner growing in confidence. Sam Soliman, is he on the verge of stunning Australian boxing with an upset win? Round 11 gets underway. Soliman in the red trunks. Anthony Mundine's undefeated record on the line in the black trunks. 98-94 Barry Michael. I've seen it a lot closer. I have them level with 2 rounds to go at 97 apiece.
Well, I think, Sam Soliman needs to win these last 2 rounds big if he is to win the fight, because, we're in New South Wales, Anthony Mundine territory, so he has to win these last 2 rounds big, but what a great performance both boys have put up.
Anthony Mundine needs to shift up a gear these next 2 rounds. The Soliman corner don't think he's got it. They think he's run out of petrol tickets.
Well, the uninitiated, the last couple of rounds have looked a little that way. Mundine has been in his shell. Now Soliman into the southpaw stance.
Yeah, just starting to look a little bit flat as Anthony.
Yeah. Almost a sellout crowd here in Wollongong getting behind these two as well. And Soliman opens up on Mundine. Not troubling Mundine in terms of hurting him, but scoring punches, some of them nonetheless.
Just the actual work rate. I mean, the fact most of them aren't scoring, but you know, the fact of his work rate and Anthony Mundine's doing nothing or not doing enough.
Well, it looks good in front of the judges.
It does. Look, see all the punches are coming from Soliman.
And again, Johnny Wright, our referee, earning his keep as well as he separates the two. Soliman's enjoying this. He's growing in confidence. Feels he's finishing stronger. And sitting at ringside, he does appear to have a little bit more petrol left. Mundine never beyond 9 rounds. Soliman beyond 9 rounds on 9 occasions.
Yeah, well, that's where this experience comes in.
Anthony's not getting off. He's not getting off in combination.
Both boys are just waiting, but once again, Sam Soliman gets off first.
Yeah, you've got to give Sam Soliman on top here. Good short right from Mundine in close.
Oh, worried faces over in the blue corner as well. Tony Mundine Sr.
Oh, nice left-right by Anthony Mundine. Lovely left-right.
Soliman certainly looks the fresher of the two.
Strong.
Yeah, definitely.
Anthony Mundine does look as though he's run out of petrol tickets there.
A little over 30 seconds remaining in round 11. What can Anthony Mundine produce?
I mean, Anthony is looking just a little bit flat, but we're in the 11th round of a very grueling hard fight.
You've got to say this round, Soliman, don't you?
Well, he's been doing the work. His work rate's up.
He looks confident too.
Mundine misses with a big right hand, and Sam Soliman goes back to work. Again has Mundine on the ropes and in. I won't say trouble, but certainly
under pressure.
He has him under pressure right from the word go.
Well, this one definitely a Sam Soliman round.
Yep.
Well, Sam Soliman salutes the crowd. I had him ahead by a point going into the final round.
Wow.
Barry at the moment has it a 3-point differential in favour of Anthony Mundine. And we should point out that a lot of these rounds are difficult to score.
Oh, look, they could, honestly, this could go in, well, the way it's going at the moment, if Sam has another big round like he had that round, it's going to be hard to take it away from him. Anthony Mundine has really got to produce something this round.
Well, he's got to come out and he's got to stamp his mark on this fight. He's got to show people, he's got to show Sam Soliman that, hey, he's going on to win a world title. These are the sort of fights that Anthony Mundine doesn't need. I mean, this is a great warm-up fight for Anthony Mundine if he used to go towards the world title shot.
Some of the better action from round 11. At centre ring, the 12th and final round begins for the PABA Super Middleweight title, and Anthony Mundine in the black trunks, his undefeated record under threat here from Sam Soliman in the red trunks, the 3-time Australian champion and former Commonwealth champion, who I have ahead by a point here going into this final round.
Well, let me tell you, the Anthony Mundine corner looked very, very worried.
He just hasn't been able to get off with his combinations. That's a credit to Sam Soliman's evasive abilities. The very best fighters in the world have been frustrated by this guy, as I said before the fight.
Well, look, we've got to take our hats off to Sam Soliman for the fight that he's put up, but we must also take our hats off to Anthony Mundine for accepting this fight.
Look, and also, look, Anthony Mundine's defence has been impeccable. He's just evaded so many punches, it's not funny.
Well, let me tell you, not too many clean shots have landed on Anthony Mundine's chin, that's for sure.
No.
Again, Sam Soliman, the busy of the two. Mundine holding on to the left arm again.
Doesn't look confident, Anthony Mundine.
We haven't seen Mundine really open up now since round number 8. The last 3 rounds have been dictated, the tempo at least, by Sam Soliman, who's marching forward, throwing a lot more punches. Maybe not with the accuracy of Mundine, but the last 3 rounds, the work rate from Soliman is clearly above that of Mundine.
Well, look, this is the sort of work Anthony Mundine, I keep saying it, this is the work Anthony Mundine needs to improve him as a boxer.
Oh, look, this can only improve Anthony Mundine, that's for sure.
Less than 90 seconds remain.
Whichever way this goes, people shouldn't jump off Anthony Mundine because of this. He's taken a real tough test here.
Well, you know, I mean, I take my hat off to the guy for taking this fight.
Undoubtedly, look, he just makes punches miss so easily.
Mundine looking for an opening but unable to find one, and Soliman comes back at him. He obviously is fresher. He's stronger. He's been to the 12th round 5 times before. Mundine has never been beyond 9.
1 minute to go.
And I really think that is the difference. Soliman has been there, Anthony hasn't.
Soliman thinks he's winning the fight now. Mundine looking to open up, getting busy here. What a finish! 45 seconds remaining. Soliman, Mundine. Tremendous battle here. It's all on the line for Anthony Mundine. Holding on to Soliman again. Final 30 seconds. Don Marks, Des Bloyd, Brian McMahon, the judges at ringside. Look as though they're going to be required. Mundine hasn't done enough to win this final round either.
No, he hasn't done enough to win.
He is in big trouble, Anthony Mundine.
Yep.
Final 10 seconds. Both men still standing. It's been a war. Sam Soliman came in as the heavy underdog. He might just snatch a victory here.
Well, this is going to be, look, no matter what we say, this is going to be a very, very close fight.
I have the last round going in the direction of Sam Soliman, and that would give him a 2-point victory over Anthony Mundine. A major upset looms here. John Marks, Des Bloyd, Brian McMahon are the three at ringside who will decide the fate of Anthony Mundine's undefeated record. I have a leaning towards Soliman, 117, 115.
Boxing fans, please show your appreciation before the decision. What a great 12-round boxing event.
Barry Michael has 116, 115 Mundine, winning by a point.
Anthony Mundine and
So it really is up for grabs.
Anyone's fight. What a fantastic effort by Sam Soliman. Look, let's take our hats off once again to Anthony Mundine for accepting this fight. A lot of guys with a lot more experience have turned down fights with Sam Soliman.
Oh, look, as I've said before, Sam Soliman can beat any world champion on a given night. He makes anybody look bad. It was a dangerous fight, as I've said before.
I've said to many people coming into this fight, whether Anthony Mundine wins or loses this fight, he won't look good doing it.
No.
Just because of the style that Sam Soliman brings to the ring.
Sam Soliman thinks he's done enough to win the fight. And there is his celebration. It's hitting a leg kick. He's still got plenty of energy.
Showing us his kickboxing background.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to clear the ring here. They'd like to get the majority of these people out of here. Ian Goff, our MC, can see through a plethora of arms and legs, does have the official scores with him.
Yeah, I really do think though that Anthony Mundine has retained his title.
You do?
Well, I do. I really do. I mean, it's going to be very, very hard to take it away from the champion. It's going to be a close fight, but I just think maybe he's done enough.
All right, well, let's find out. Ian Goff, let's get
Ladies
us
and
underway.
gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? We have the official decision. We have a split decision. Judge Des Bloyd awards Sam Soliman 115, Anthony Mundine 113. Brian McMahon 116, Anthony Mundine 114, Sam Soliman. And Don Marks awards 115 to 113 to the winner, and still the IBF Pan Pacific champion from the blue corner.
Well, Anthony Mundine gets a split points decision here. He won by 2 points on Don Marks' card. He won by 2 points on Brian McMahon's card. Des Bloyd saw it 115-113 for Sam Soliman, a 2-point victory, which was the same margin that I had.